You think it would be easy, but many people have a very difficult time loading a magazine for a handgun. And usually, ladies, I don't mean to be upsetting here, but usually it's women who have a hard time loading their magazines, or persons with weak hands, or persons who are novices at shooting in general and just don't know the basic technique. Now, it's okay though, because there are answers for each one of these categories of persons who cannot easily load a handgun magazine. There's a few different aspects as to why it is difficult. So let's go over those, then we can fix the problems. We've already touched on the weak hands and the limited skills, but there are more reasons why a handgun magazine can be hard to load. First of all, the magazine is brand new, and the spring in the magazine is very strong and is not broken in yet, so that could be part of your problem. Secondly, the follower of an awkward design, which makes the magazine hard to load at times. I've seen that lots of times. And then thirdly, the magazine lips, which keep the ammo from popping back out, have very sharp edges or pointy and hurt your fingers when you're loading. Now, some people wish to load the ammunition into the magazine backwards, which can make it difficult to load. And I'm trying to be nice on this one. They actually load the ammunition backwards, and that happens to a lot of novices. I understand why. It's a quick recognition or a quick fix of the problem. Once they understand how it works, but man, they're good to go. Or there's the improper grip on the magazine and improper use of your fingers on the support hand. Okay, now that I've listed some of the reasons as to why it's hard to load a handgun magazine for some people, let me explain how we can overcome these challenges. The old tried and true method of breaking in a magazine spring is to load the mag to full capacity and then just leave it loaded for a while. The spring will learn what it has to do and how tough it has to be to make the magazine function properly and to make it easier for you to load in the future. That's the tried and true method. If you have a magazine follower that is shaped funny, what you need to do is to learn the easiest way to load the first round. After the first round, the rest should be easy to load. And this is learned by trial and error, of course. If the magazine lips are sharp and pointy, you can do what I do. Sell the gun and buy a 1911. Okay? I always tell people when you buy a 1911, you grew up. 1911 is like one of the best perfect handguns out there. Okay, now, loading ammo in the magazine backwards is a common happening with new shooters. Once they're shown the errors of their ways, they don't usually repeat the same mistake. And I always tell people, flat to flat. The flat side of the cartridge is in the same direction as the flat side of the magazine. That's one way to remember it. And I'm going to show here on video too a couple ways to do that if we have enough time. I'm running out of time here. Now, what do I mean by proper grip? The improper grip of holding a magazine. It's just you hold the magazine in your hand with the thumb of your hand over the top of the magazine. The tip of your thumb lines up with the edge of the mag lips so that it becomes a guide when loading the mag with your other hand. Now, of course, they have mag loaders to assist you in many designs, but to me, they become a crutch. Using a mag loader is like drinking coffee with cream and sugar. You become dependent on the cream and sugar to be able to drink it. So if you drink coffee black for a while and don't put cream and sugar in it, then you don't have to gag on how sweet it is when you have the cream and sugar in it. And by drinking coffee black, you don't have to worry about being dependent on cream and sugar. Mag loaders are the same way. Learn how to load the mag, and you won't need a mag loader in the future. So I'm going to try and show this very quickly on the video here. And stand by, I got to get my assistant tool here. I've got two different mags. I've got a single stack mag. You can see that in the video. It's a single stack mag. And what I mean by a single stack mag is one round goes on top of the other when you're loading the mag. The high capacity mag is a staggered mag. I put one round in, and then the second round kind of offsets it, and then the third round offsets that. So it zigzags as it goes into the mag so that you can have a whole bunch of rounds zigzagging back and forth. But let me show you really quick on this video here, and maybe you can follow along just by listening and if I can explain it properly. I'm holding the magazine in my hand firmly, and I'm putting my thumb over the top of the magazine. Now you'll notice where the lips are. You see the lips right here? When you go check out this video, you'll see the little lips. That holds the cartridge in. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm putting a round in. Those lips hold the cartridge into place. So what I do is for the first round and rounds after that, I put my thumb over the magazine so that it's right at the edge of those lips. And then I use my fingernail as a guide to push the first one in, And then I do that at the same time for the second round, third round, and fourth round. That's how it loads in. On a high capacity mag, if you notice in the video here how it's kind of like on an angle, if you can get the first one in, then you put your thumb back over the top like I showed you the first time, push it down a little bit, and now you got your guide, just go straight in there. So that's how you load your mag. But you don't want to load your mag in backwards.